everybody, today at Nata Nibbles we are making a chicken Kiev. So we're going to start by doing the butter because it needs to go in the fridge first. I've got myself 2 cloves of garlic here with my magic garlic mincer.
We saw that the other day, didn't we?
We did. We're going to mince these up, chop it here. So now that the garlic's minced, we're going to hand you over to Matt, who is doing the next step. What are you doing, Matt?
Garlic butter? Where's the butter? Here it is. We put this in a bowl like this. Boosh. We've got the butter, or butter, in the bowl. We've got the garlic in the bowl. What are you doing now, Georgia?
I'm going to add some basil.
Basil? That's what American people call basil.
Basil.
Basil. It's a real team effort at Nata Nibbles. Watch. Okay, the garlic butter is now mixed.
Just like this. So we're going to flop it here.
What are you doing, you muppet? You're smoking it straight on the surface.
It's actually cling film, but yeah.
Thought she was whacking it straight on the surface like a muppet.
So I'm just adding it to the cling film, and then we're going to roll the cling film up. I've never done the rolling technique before, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Let's see what happens. Boosh.
So we're moving on to the rolling technique. From what I've seen people do before, you're just going to roll it as tightly as possible. Just like that. And then we're going to try and get a nice shape on it like this. See? Rolling it nice and tight. Keep it smack.
Smack that bitch.
Roll it up. And it's ready to go in the fridge. In it goes. See you later, garlic butter. Hey ladies and gentlemen, so now we are going to move on to chopping the vegetables. Matthew here is going to chop and peel the vegetables because he loves it so much. So, we'll be back in a minute. Boosh!
It's chopped. Check. Potatoes chopped. Checked. They're now in fresh water. We've added salt to the potatoes, but I'm looking at Georgia thinking, what in heck's name are you doing?
I'm going to add some sugar to the carrots because it sweetens them up. Just a little pinch.
Boosh. Here at Nata Nibbles, we believe that music increases productivity, don't we?
Hello, it really does, yes.
And the soundtrack of today is... Celebrity Pedophile, Mr. Michael Jackson.
Hi guys, we're returning now. We're going to go see Matt in the kitchen, see what he's up to. Think he's straining the vegetables? What are we doing?
Vegetables, potatoes. Strain.
Boosh!
Shake them, put them back in the pan. Next we're adding the carrots.
Lovely, that's going to make a lovely carroty-mash. So, moving on to the carrots.
What, the carrots are mashed together? Are you insane?
Carrots and mashed together are amazing!
What do you call that then?
Carroty-mash!
So should I just put these straight in with the potatoes?
I think you might as well.
Fucking mental cabbage.
Okay, so we've got the vegetables ready. We're now moving on to the mash. What are we doing? We're going to add some butter.
Butter or margarine?
Or margarine.
That's also to give it a little bit of richness and heartiness.
What's that?
Lift the papatosh. Lift the papatosh.
Some cream.
Oh. And then you simply mash it like this.
It doesn't look very nice, but I guarantee you it's very tasty.
Finished.
I think it needs a bit more than that. That's it, get those muscles working.
Work that body.
Cece supervising.
Oh my gosh, she's a creamy one. It's a bit like, it's turned into a bit of actually like potato and carrot soup.
I'm sure it'll be fine once it's firmed up a little bit. gentlemen, we'll be back a little bit later. Boosh! Here at Nata Nibbles, while we're waiting in between things to do, we like to have a little dance.
Welcome back. Here we are. It's now time for the important stuff. George is going to tell us all about it.
So we're going to start by making an incision down the side of the chicken so we can stuff it with the garlic. Okay, so we're going to do here.
Stuff it.
A small incision all the way down. We want a little bit of a flap. You don't want to be cutting all the way through it because otherwise the butter will leak.
You don't want a leaky flap. That's the last thing you want.
Okay, so we've got that like that. And then we're going to stuff it with some butter. So we'll get the butter out of the freezer that we put in here earlier.
But why did you put it in the freezer, for heaven's sake?
Because it needed to firm up a little bit.
Ooh, suit yourself.
Okay.
We'll come back to the butter in just a moment.
Okay, so you've met my dogs, Willow and Cece. Very helpful supervisors, making sure I don't drop any chicken on the floor. So we're going to start by slicing the butter. Then we're going to start adding it into the chicken. So we'll give it a couple of slices. Please excuse my very annoying cat in the background. Okay, so we're going to open up the flap. Okay.
Oh, open that flap. Oh, she's a moist one.
We're going to stuff in some of the butter.
Stuff it in the flap.
Remember, it's garlic butter, everyone, so we're making a chicken Kiev today. Just make sure you get it all in there nice and thick, because we do like a bit of garlicky butter to ooze out of it.
Here's a tip for you. Those of you who find it difficult finding the flap, you could always put some hair around the edge of it. That's hair around the edge of the flap. Then you'll find it that much easier.
Okay, so we've added the butter. We're going to squish it down. You don't want to squish it too much because you don't want the butter to leak out of it. So that's that. And then the next step will be breading it. So we'll be back shortly.
Boom! She's ever so good, isn't she?
We're preparing all the things that we need to make the breadcrumb mix. Here we have some flour, all-purpose flour. We have some very nice breadcrumbs from Lidl. And we're going to whisk up a couple of eggs as well.
We've got eggs here. This is how you whisk them with this excellent technique.
So, right now we're preparing to do the breading technique. First you add the chicken breast to the flour, then you're going to egg it, and then you're going to put it on the breadcrumbs. If it's not firm enough for you, you can always double dip.
Double dip it, boo.
Double dip is definitely recommended. What is it you're doing now, Papa?
Well, I thought I may as well prepare the vegetables now. We can always heat them up for a short while in the microwave. We're having broccoli.
Brock?
Broccoli.
Brock. It's going to drain them off in the sink there. Boosh!
Chicken breast, 1, 2, 3, stuffed with beautiful Kiev butter. That's Kiev butter, which is garlic and herbs. George is going to put them in the frying pan right now. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Let's have a look.
We're just waiting for the oil to heat up. So we get a large chicken breast.
She's large.
She's very, very large. And we're going to chuck it right in the corner there of the frying pan.
Mind you, having said that, don't chuck it because you might splash yourself.
You might splash yourself with boiling hot oil.
I need to get my angle sorted out.
As you can see, my chicken breasts are sizzling away very, very...
They're also sizzling away very nicely.
Sizzling away very nicely. Just take a look at that. See how it's bubbling around the edges? That's just how you want it.
Something smells good. Let's have a look at it.
It's starting to brown, so we're going to flip it over. Ready?
Flip it, boosh. Oh, she is brown.
So you want to cook it so that it's nice and golden brown on both sides, and then we're going to put it in the oven. See you shortly.
Sweet. Part of the operation, we adopt Eastern European accent because we need a shit. a baking sheet because we put the chicken on the sheet.
So the chicken is ready. As you can hear, it's sizzling very, very nicely. We take it out of the frying pan and we put it on the baking sheet.
It's going the shit right now.
We take all of them off and we put them all on the sheet. And then we're going to put them in the oven for 10 minutes to make sure that they cook through very, very nicely.
What, you put the shit in the oven now?
I put the shit in the oven.
Put the
now.
fucking shit in the fucking oven.
Okay, wait.
Put the fucking oven. Put it in there. Now we got Italian.
Bye-bye, shit. Bye. So, it's time to take out the shit from the oven.
You can the shit right now. I take the shit out. Put it on.
Oh my Christ. Oh, just look at the juices.
Oh, this shit is fucking hot. Shit.
The time has come to dish up. I've already dished up the chicken, so Papa is dishing up the tortellini, leftover tortellini.
Leftovers, always good.
Very nice. And then we've got the Carroty-mash. And the brock's just in the microwave. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another episode of Nata Nibbles. Catch you next time.
Catch you next time. Bye.